Say your fight club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pose them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win. Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring with every epic. Flash in the night, join the figure fight club where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Megatron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather round, it's a sight to behold. With stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes jam. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise in the arena of action. We're all just toys with every epic showdown. We'll cheer and we'll shout in the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Decepticast episode, where are we at? 6? We made it 6 weeks and we're still here. So today's a big week of news. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard. Like, there was like a convention going on. It was in Asia. It was some Asian convention. Oh, and there was SDCC. So joining me tonight is my co-host Anna. Everybody, give a warm round of applause.
A round of applause, yes. I'll clap for myself. Isn't that cringy?
Yeah. I've been told I have to get like a soundboard and, you know, put like sound effects on it, you know, and be
that would be funny.
more professional.
Yeah, clapping,
Yep.
like, oh,
It will eventually get something like that.
like a sitcom character walking in. That would be super cringy. And then
Yeah.
our wonderful audience instantly says execute order 66. So that is his form of clapping.
Right.
Thank you, friend.
But yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I was bringing up in the beginning, there was some little convention that some people attended, a lot of people attended. I was reading today, just looking at some of the posts, there was a convention in Taiwan as well.
Ooh,
So this
even
was
more.
this was convention weekend. But yeah, so I guess we got a few slides to show tonight, and we can start off with. Did you have any pickups this week? I know I didn't get any pickups.
I did. You didn't. You had a week can happen where you don't get new toys.
I got new toys, but not Transformer toys.
I
got one new. I got
it now.
I got one new thing that's Transformers adjacent.
Yeah, it's not exactly adjacent. It really is just Transformers.
Roll Keeper is cheering you on.
Roll Keeper, I appreciate it. If one person is cheering for you, you can just say you've had cheering. So yeah, right. Silverbolt is around. I went ahead and picked him up. I am doing the aerial bots. Gonna do the new Superion. I have a Superion, but I've decided to get the new one as well. So here's Silverbolt. He's pretty cool. He's very fun. He has the dumbest jet mode ever, but you know.
That aerial bots is very tempting. Or that
if they're
whatever.
Good, they're good for like what they are. You know, like you collect these like high-end replicas.
Right.
And I collect toys, and these are fun toys. And yes, Stu, I did update my hair. It is a slightly brighter color than it used to be. Just slightly.
I might pick those up for my kids. So I have started on Devastator. So I might pick them up and play with them, you know, through him. So
yeah, it's a good idea. They're a lot of fun, right? Like they transform easily, and Silverbolt's just like a really cool package. Like even in his little base mode that I kind of have half taken apart right now, but where you have a little wall to be behind, right? Like only half of it's there. That goes into it, but it's just fun, right? Like you can actually get him and his Limbots behind it, kind of like they're hiding behind cover shootout, which is just cool, right? That's a fun bit of playability. Like it's not exactly the world's most astounding base or anything, but it does the thing, right? Like you can
did you get
kind of.
Did you get Motor Master?
I didn't.
Okay, so you can't comment to say if it was better or not.
I sure would have thought I had Motor Master by now because I'm doing the G2 Decepticons, but they haven't released G2 Motor Master yet, so no.
One could only hope.
Them, so I can't compare. I can tell you that the skeleton system is about the same, but incompatible. You cannot put the Decepticons on the skeleton for Superion. It's such a bummer.
Right, you have to transfer the limbs, the actual limbs that came on Minosaur.
Now, Zaldron just said that you can put Vortex on there. You can put Vortex on as an arm, so you can get your Combaticon arm.
What up, Lou, not Stu? Thanks for joining.
Get Lou and Stu.
Yeah.
But yeah, anywho, it's fun. I like it. It's very enjoyable.
You know what? I just thought about it. I didn't get a pickup, but I did get something put together.
There you go. See, I was like, why aren't you talking about that? I thought that's what you were saying was adjacent. Because
no,
it's just a Transformers collectible item.
I was talking about I got Law and Order in the mail.
Highlight yourself. There you go. There you go.
So yeah, I put her together, if you guys paid attention, Sunday and Friday. So it took about 5.5 hours or so to put her together. It was a fun build.
Yeah, it looks super fun.
If you're not used to like Gundam kits, it's a challenge. If you're used to blockies, it's a challenge. But not too bad. The most challenging thing for me was the small pieces. She has a lot of small pieces.
I can't wait for her to hang out with her sister in my house because I have other Frame Arms girls. So she can have friends in my place.
Ooh.
But yeah, Frame Arms girls are known for having tons of small parts and very fragile pieces on them. I'm hoping she's a little less fragile than other Frame Arms girls, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I suggest not doing them on above a carpeted floor if you're prone to dropping things.
You will drop apart.
Because I dropped something microscopic. It hit the floor. I didn't know where it went. I have hardwood floors, and it went like it scooted like 2 feet away. So, but I mean, if you like building model kits, I would say pick it up. It's on the pricey side though. That's the only thing.
Cheap.
It's like an $80 figure. But I mean, they got 5.5 hours worth of build out of it. So I mean, you know, not too, you know, it's not like it's just a toy you set on your shelf. You're actually putting it together.
Yeah, I'll tell you how long it takes me to build it when I do it. It'll take me longer. I'm so meticulous and so slow.
Lou, you have so much War for Cybertron stuff. This fits right in with the War for Cybertron stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen your collection behind you. You should do it.
We are here to enable, my friend. Bye.
It'll look great with your collection.
Yeah, Roll Keeper.
For me, it's a hard sell.
Yep.
Because I already have a Superion.
Right.
I'm looking at
you
it
could
right now.
Are there any plans of selling that Superion to recoup the cost for this one?
I don't know. I have the JJ Jet Combiner that is the oversized Combiner Wars with the upgrade kits. Is very unique. Is very much its own thing, and it is massive, and it is technically a KO. And KOs generally have a whole lot of resale, right?
KOs, no.
Don't generally have a whole lot of resale value, so I do worry that, you know, I couldn't get much out of it, which is fine because I kind of want to keep it anyway, but do I need two Superions? Someday we'll have to talk about, do you really need two of the same guy in your collection? And
I guess if you're a character, if you have a character that you love, it's okay, but a topic for another day.
A topic for another day. Because today's topic is just too many individual characters with all the names.
So should we get right in it?
We should get right in it.
You know, before we start, so like 2 weeks ago we mentioned about giving everybody homework to watch Cyberworld and completely forgot about it last week, or was it the week before, and then last week continued on. So next week's plan is to watch Cyberworld. So we'll send links out and stuff like that, and then we'll do a discussion, and then everybody in the chat can join in and see what they thought about Cyberworld. I think by next week there'll be 4 episodes out. They're only 5 minutes, quick and easy watch, and easy to discuss about. So
it's a different direction, honestly. Like there's a decent amount to talk about, especially when you compare it to the most recent series before it, Earthspark. So
right, True Star Screamer. Watch it this time.
We mean it this time. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it.
Right, promise.
Nothing crazy is gonna come up and distract us.
Right. It's not like we're having like another week of 2 big conventions. So there was some official news that leaked out before the before SDCC. Go figure. So we're going to this part will be brought to you by Collecticon Toys. Use that FFC 10 when you purchase any items, and you'll get 10% off. And here's a commercial.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So you want me to start off first, Anna, and then we'll go back and forth, kind of like we did last week?
Well, do you actually have a version of this toy? Because I do.
My son does, and I bought it, or Santa bought it. So
then you can talk about it.
All right.
As long as you watched it.
Yeah. So last week we showed there was a teaser image of this not Studio Series, this Brawn, retro carded Brawn, Walmart exclusive. This last week, official pictures came out, and it was at SDCC. Well, pre-orders went up this week. I don't know if it's sold out. I don't think it's sold out on Pulse. I'm not sure about Walmart. Sea-Spray did sell out, like Sue mentioned down at the bottom. But I mean, it's Walmart. Walmart stocks their stuff so well. But yeah, so this is based off the Toy Deco Brawn. And what's funny is, so yes, I have played with this a little bit. His legs can unfold, and you can almost recreate that ugly G1 version of Brawn. So it was kind of cool. I would imagine they did that on purpose when designing this figure. It would be something I'd like to ask the developers if that was something that they did purposely.
It's a fun figure. It's fun to transform and everything. It's worth having, so why not go for it?
So as like True Star Screamer said, Brawn was his very first Transformer when he was 5. And that was what was great about the mini-bots. That was a lot of kids' introduction to Transformers because that was the cheap price point. But so yeah,
Definitely.
so here's Brawn. Sea-Spray was a bust, Lou. I'm telling you, you'll find that at Walmart.
You might even find it on clearance before you find it for normal price.
Right, because right now Gears and Bumblebee are shelf warming at my Walmarts.
Ooh, okay. I get the cool news, right?
Right.
We're getting pictures of our Hot Wheels crossovers. These are really fun. We're getting 2 of them. Classic Hot Wheels designs. First one being the Bone Shaker here. Now, I'm not a Hot Wheels collector. I have been, adjacent to Hot Wheels my whole life as a Transformers collector. And this is something you've probably seen on the shelf before walking by it, right? Like these designs are very classic. They chose some very iconic Hot Wheels, and man, they did a good job. Like this is
Yeah.
looking good. This is looking good, and you know his friend.
Definitely the skull on the front of that car and the way it transforms into his chest is probably my favorite of the two.
And Twin Mill is cool too, right? Like both of these are really nice looking. Like Twin Mill is the blue traditional kind of, I don't know, sports
Right.
car looking thing that's a little weird. Like even has part of its alt mode can turn into guns. Like they did a good job with it. Like it really does make a new Transformer character.
Lou, did you never find Cosmos? I saw you mentioned that you couldn't find Cosmos. You couldn't find it the second time either?
Oh no.
That was the only way I could get Cosmos. I pre-ordered it the second time. I don't think it's come out, right? Yeah. Because I got it for my son. But yeah, I think, True Starscreamer makes a point where it reminds him of the, we keep clicking at the same time. Where it reminds him of mini cars from RID. Wasn't that something Zaldron was mentioning last night?
Well, to give credit where credit is due, he came up with the idea that this Twin Mill could probably be a more interesting sideburn / Speedbreaker update than the actual toy we got. Because the sideburn update that we got it's not good, right? Because it's that weird sharing its body with Shadow Striker, doesn't look like the right car, doesn't look like the right robot. This is actually cooler. This actually evokes sideburn, right? Like it's not an exact version of him, but it really does kind of get that feel. So if you did like a head swap or you just wanted to say it's close enough, why not?
Right.
Your collection, your creativity. Ooh, we're in the Collecticon sponsored part too. He always gets mad when I say you should use one toy as a different character. Gosh, so sorry, Collecticon. I'm not sorry.
Stu, funny you bring this up because this was one of our topics a couple weeks ago. It was about TFCon, and yeah, it is in Chicago. It's probably one of the biggest Transformers only convention, and you living in Indiana, you're pretty close.
You go
Anna tried to convince me.
You'll see me there. You'll see me there, Stu.
Yep.
You can say hi and tell you where all the good vendors are.
All right, so the next bit of news. If you're familiar with anything when it comes to the TFW message boards, there is a celebrity on there by the name of JT Prime 17 who leaks everything. So two of the things that came about this week, and I think even one of them came out yesterday. So they're working on an Armada Jetfire. They're working on pants for Armada Optimus Prime. A new set of pants. That is going to be the second Commander of 2026. Also, the other thing that he mentioned that there was since the 86 movie anniversary, is it the 40th year? Yeah, the 40th anniversary is next year. So there is going to be a capsule at Target exclusives. We know how much that is a pain in the butt. But they are doing 3 Voyagers, 2 Deluxes, and 2 Leaders, and a multi-pack. So I'm going to assume the 4-pack, maybe the Buzzworthy Bumblebee that we've had for the last few years, will be a Studio Series 86 theme. They said one of the other things is we're going to be getting that hot rod in that magenta color. If you guys remember, there was supposed to be a second wave of Voyagers for the Velocitron, and that hot rod was one of them. And Velocitron was distributed poorly, and that one was cut out. So that was a rumor. There was like pictures of it that we don't know if they were legit pictures, and it had to be pulled. And now it looks like we're getting it next year as a Target exclusive. Also, if anybody paid attention to any of the covers during SDCC, there's a new Seeker mold, and they're starting off with Thundercracker. And I think it was Evan mentioned that. So the previous Seeker mold, Thundercracker and Skywarp were exclusives. So that's why they started out with Thundercracker with this mold, because they wanted it to not be locked as an exclusive. So look what's happening. We're making Starscream the exclusive next year.
Yep.
And thanks, Roll Keeper, for linking TFCon in the chat. So if anybody wants to look up tickets.
I think they should call that line Rodtastic Hot Rod off of Buzzworthy Bumblebee. It's a good name.
A 4-pack of dead bots. Oh, they would do that. I mean, they're doing a wind charger. But so the Lou, I still need to cancel the hound they put in the hostage pack. Was that the 5-pack? I thought that came out already. So the first convention we were kind of hinting at, there was a convention in Hong Kong. It was called Animation, or it might have been Anime. No, I think it was Animation. I didn't do this wrong. Comic Game Hong Kong 2025. There was a lot of official things. So here's, I know we talked about this in the Discord channel. All right. And they had a heck of a display for Age of the Primes. And then they had a lot of the Age of the Prime molds that have already come out. And it looked like they put like a wash on all these.
Yeah, they made them look cool. It's stuff we've seen, but they look cool.
Right. And so since this is in Hong Kong, there is a lot of Takara stuff where we didn't see that much in SDCC. See, True Starscreamer says, I'm not excited that Wind Charger, but man, yeah, the new Starscream, yeah, that looks really good. I haven't got a real good close, we'll get to those slides later, but so they have on display their Rat Trap, which I'm really excited for, the Masterpiece Rat Trap.
Me too. I love Rat Trap.
Yep. And then any want to get that Nemesis looking God Jinrai, Anna? Or you're happy with?
I haven't got the original Jinrai yet. I got to get that one first. I don't need the Nuclear Quest one.
Yeah, that's right. Nuclear Quest.
What I am really tempted by is that hybrid style mixed, whatever they call it. The,
Studio Ox Optimus Prime?
It is not. It is Jin style or something stupid. Style Jin. It's Style Jin. I am excited by Style Jin, but I'm more excited by Rathalos. You got both Rathaloses on here.
Zaldron wants the fire guts. And all these pictures were from Toy Walker. He's on Weibo. Give him some credit.
Yeah, thanks, Toy Walker. We appreciate it.
Yep.
So Rathaloses, right? Monster Hunter, super excited, right? Monster Hunter's big game franchise, very exciting, very cool toy they made, coming out in 2 decos. Get excited for it. It's coming.
And speaking of previous shows, we got some previews of the RC Missing Link.
Yeah, that is a weird toy, right? For those of you who don't know, RC never got a G1 toy, right? But she got a prototype image that was distributed around. All the big crazy Transformers fans know about that image. They know about that design. Never had a chance to get it. Here's a chance to get it made into a toy. Unlike all the other Missing Link toys, it's not based on an existing toy. It's based on a concept.
Right.
So, we'll see
how
it is. You'll notice the arms are really weird. Right, the arms came out strange. Legs came out pretty normal. We'll see how she is.
The car mode looks good. And here's the Macross crossover, and also they're doing a Predaking, which, if you can see kind of the scale, it's not very tall.
No, it's not. It is only like 2.5 Rat Traps tall.
Yeah.
Rat Trap's not huge. So I've heard that it's not going to be like this, fancy Masterpiece replacement, right? It's just going to be a neat version of Predaking that's unrelated to everything else, basically. So, if you want it, you want it.
Yep. And here's just more stuff that we've already seen. They've got Devastator completed, the Studio 86, Megatron with the Devastator guys and the Constructicons, Devastator guys, the Constructicons in bot mode. The G2 Dinobots, that Hong Kong exclusive Optimus Prime that they only made like 40 of, and you had to spend $700 in the Hasbro booth to get. And yeah, so that is all for official news. That's not SDCC related.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. You on that right, man?
We now return to the Transformers.
So this may or may not be one of my favorite segments on the show, third-party news. And there's a lot of third-party stuff this week. A lot of it's from like Yellow Park, like official third-party, but it's still third-party. So Yellow Park is working on a what is this? Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I think I have more pictures. Wait, oh no, somebody else is doing that. So I mean, if you're
Fallen down there,
does it say Revenge of the Fallen?
sure
Okay.
does.
Okay, I thought it. That's what I thought it was.
Just ballers.
But yeah, Yellow Park is killing it. I mean, ask Avi. He's been buying a lot of Yellow Park lately.
Yellow Park's AMK Pro series is really fancy. Like it's a really good fancy series. They call themselves model kits. Don't be tricked. They're not really model kits. There's a few click-togethers and that's it. It's basically an action figure that comes with its arms detached. Put it together real quick and you'll be good. Definitely really high quality fancy molds.
Avi said stop judging.
We're not judging you because
Yeah,
we're just as bad, just in different
I agree.
ways.
I agree with you, True Star Screamer. I thought that was an interesting design of the Megatrons from 1 and 2. It was an improvement from 1.
I think if you're a Bayverse fan, Yellow Park's really doing a lot of service here because they are making... These are designs that really can't be produced as transforming action figures very well. Even the MPM stuff is limited, right? The Masterpiece movie stuff is limited in how accurate it can manage to be, even with tons of engineering. And this is allowing you to get the bot modes of those characters that you saw on screen as close as you can to what you saw. You know, I had the Primal from Rise of the Beast, and it is really fun, and it's the only way to have that bot mode actually look right.
Right. And Zaldron, this is semantics. Technically, it's not first party. It's third party. It's just officially licensed third party. So instead of just throwing that in there, I just keep it at third party. So speaking of DLX, so this is the other action figure company, 3-0. And they're redoing their... I think this is the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. Yeah, I just need to read the slides. And this is the Nemesis version.
Yeah, I have some 3-0 stuff.
I'd like to welcome Chad in the chat. He was also an attendee to SDCC.
Nice. Welcome
He had
back.
like a 14-hour drive to get home.
Not as nice.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Chad. So yeah, I mean, I'm not into the 3-0 stuff. They look cool. About as far as non-transforming Transformers I'm going to right now is Blockies.
Go Blockies. Yeah, 3-0 is good. They do a good job. I think Yellow Park kind of has poached a lot of the interest from them now because Yellow Park is cheaper. 3-0 stuff is really expensive, is really nice, but it's not particularly durable, right? Like they make their parts very thin and fancy. So 3-0 might be a lot better, or not 3-0, but Yellow Park might be a lot better for more of the traditional toy collectors who like to play with them.
Oh, I apologize, Chad. You were press. You didn't have the little. You didn't wear the hat with the little thing in the side though. That's what threw me off.
You spelled actually right, so therefore we know. Yep. We know you're true.
Don't forget to push your glasses up when you say it. Actually. So yeah, here's is this one? This one was today, so this is the Bumblebee. Yeah, so here's more 3-0. This the Bumblebee movie Starscream.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. They do a great job. I don't think I'll need them. Thanks to all the other options, but
now going back to Yellow Park. They're going hard into the Bayverse stuff.
YOLO is doing so much stuff, right? There's just slide after slide of YOLO Park figures coming your way.
Yeah.
Right, look at this. All the Bayverse, they got Ironhide, they got Megatron. They look really good.
Yep. Blackout was one of my favorite designs. The MPM is a great toy.
Yeah, Blackout is pretty great. I had to get the Studio Series figure, even though I don't really collect Bayverse stuff at all. I think it's still somewhere as I unpack.
So as an RC fan, are you enticed to get the Rise of the Beast RC at all?
A little bit, yeah. I try to get every RC figure that comes out, so I probably will.
What about Bumblebee?
I'm not. Okay. We don't have time to go into this today, but I absolutely hate movie Bumblebee. Like, it is a disgust level of hate. Like, I do not like movie Bumblebee. I don't like the design. I don't like the way they've done the character. I don't like anything about him. So, no.
Well, funny you mentioned that, Chad. I don't know if you'll get a Blokies at 10 inches, but Blokies. Did I just say Blokies? Oh,
You did. You said Blokies.
I've been listening to everybody else pronounce it wrong, and then there I go. So, of anything that YOLO Park's coming out with, this is what I'm looking forward to. I might have to pick up one or two of these.
Beast Warsers.
Beast Wars.
I
really want to see these in color.
Wars gets close. Masterpiece Beast Wars gets close to being animation accurate. So I don't know if these are as necessary, but they are cool. Those are pretty dang cool.
You know, I didn't notice this before, but there's a little Spike action figure right there in front of that G1 Bumblebee.
Yeah, there is, and it's a decent, it's a decently complex looking Spike. That is the only reason I'm interested in that G1 Bumblebee YOLO Park.
It almost looks like a vintage Joe with some of those articulation points.
Could be closer. Oh, and what if oh my goodness, what if he was sized to go with the G.I. Joe crossover stuff? What if they
that
just
would be
snuck
pretty
that
cool
in there and gave me a Transformers crossover Spike figure? Human Alliance Spike, finally. Oh,
yep.
I'd be so excited.
And then more Transformers 1 stuff. And then, what is that? Is that Optimus Prime? Is that an IDW Optimus Prime?
Looks like that's probably what they were going for there. Now that you say it.
And I can't. It's more. This is more stuff from the Anime Con. So this is more 3-0 stuff.
Okay, it wasn't labeled, so I wasn't sure.
Right. That's why I got my phone next to me, just to make sure for notes.
Gotta have your notes. I understand.
And so we kind of were talking about Flame Toys off stream last night, and just Flame Toys makes really good looking stuff, but sometimes there's just things that are off on them. And these are all model kits, so these you do have to put together.
And Flame Toys model kits, just for anyone who's interested in, they are not Blockies level simple. They are not even Bandai or Kotobukiya level intuitive. They are something else. I know a few people in our chat before have said, "Oh, I didn't have any problem with them," but they are they're a little painful sometimes. They're doing some unique stuff.
Stu, you hurt Chad with that Hiss Tank comment. Or I mean Lou. Sorry. See I messed it up. You start trolling, Lou, you get called the wrong name. Oh man, I think this is more yeah, there's just a lot of YOLO Park and a lot of 3-0 that was shown off at the convention in Hong Kong. So now on to domestic stuff. So, Anna, are you have any interest in this DNA kit, since you're not going to get the Godzilla stuff, right?
Oh, I had the Godzilla Megatron sitting in my cart at Big Bad Toy Store until yesterday when it sold out, and I'm glad because now I can't do it. DNA
Wow.
kits cost a lot, right? I have a few DNA
Yep.
kits, and they are really well made, right? Like, they are super high quality. They're good stuff, but gosh, they're expensive. I don't think
Yep.
this one does a ton for our
So
asshole Prime.
the one funny thing it does is it gives him this guts effect where you can rip him in half, like the movie.
Have him in 2 pieces.
Right. And now to Lasercat. So we've kind of covered some Lasercat. They were doing like a chibi-styled Combaticons. This is an update, prototype images of their Volcanicus. The Dinobots. The Dinobots that combine. Anna, do your Dinobots combine?
Some of them do. There may be too many Dinobots in my collection.
And they also teased their Superion. That was actually news today that came up.
Yeah, they're neat. I think it's fun. I know a lot of people don't do the chibi or super deformed style figures, so we'll see how successful they are. But I kind of want them pretty bad. I do like them. They're fun.
This is a custom that needs to be worked on pronto. A Lou and Stu Too Bad Masters of the Universe figure with their heads on it.
Oh,
I can dig that.
Inside
Lou-
joke figures.
So I think you were a little interested on this. Would you like to talk about the QTT Predacons?
So this QQT stuff is really interesting to me because if you are collecting mainline figures, you may know they did a core class Volcanicus a while back, right? They did the core class Volcanicus, all the Dinobots made Volcanicus, and then they repainted them as Dino Keen to go with your Victory stuff, which was pretty dang cool. DNA made a really nice upgrade kit to make that set look like it should, really fancy. And now QQT is releasing combiners that are compatible with those guys to be more core class combiners. And here is their first 2 little pieces of Predacene.
And what was the one thing you brought up about the chest on one of them?
No, it's the whole dang thing. So, like, I think these look decent, right? Like, remember, they're core class, and they're supposed to go with your mainline figures, so don't expect them to be, like, Legends level figures or Doctor Wu level figures. They're supposed to not look totally better than your core class stuff, right? They should look good with it. But, all right, how many of you are looking at Headstrong right now and thinking something's wrong with Headstrong, right? Headstrong is the Rhino. And Headstrong was my first Transformer, right? My very first Transformer toy I ever had. When I get mine out, I will show it on camera. It's so many tooth marks on it because I was tiny and I was teething still. And I have a strong attachment to Headstrong. He's not orange, right?
Right.
So Headstrong is orange here. And this actually comes from the... I had to figure out where it came from. It comes from the Dreamwave did one of those profile reference guides back when they did their figures over 20 years ago at this point when they did their comic line. They were putting out those profiles, and whatever artist had Headstrong decided to make him orange instead of red. And here it is. Here's what happens when you color something wrong in a reference book. Some random 3P company gets a hold of it and does it wrong. So, I don't know. I really want the set, but orange Headstrong is going to upset me.
And these are shipping from the factory now, so if you have any interest, you can go look them up on ShowZ or any other Chinese, Hong Kong-based stores. I don't know if Big Bad Toy Store are getting these or not. But then if you look, those little like board game pieces... Those are like pre-order, like early pre-order extras that come with it.
Very popular with the anime and phone game collecting crowd are those little simple plastic figure standees. Very popular, the PPC standees. But the one thing I do want to say about those two, just in case, just as a heads up, sometimes when a brand new third party comes out of nowhere and puts out figures, they don't finish a combiner. So there is a
Right.
chance that you get
Well-
those two and you just have Tantrum and Headstrong forever in your collection.
And they are working on a Devastator as well, so they might be cutting themselves short or wearing
We'll
themselves
see.
thin with multiple.
We'll see how they do.
So this is King Toys. This is their Dinobot combiner. Yeah, another Dinobot combiner. But King's Toys is stylized. And the other thing that's cool about King's Toys is they are doing multiple scales. So this one right here is Snarl. And is what it is. It's I don't want to say the word. It's generation scale. So if you're buying Hasbro or Takara mainline Transformers, this should scale with that. So they're doing a masterpiece scale, which is the larger size. They're doing generation scale, which is what this is, and they are doing a legend scale, and I think they're doing a micro scale, sort of similar to what Core Class is. So they're re-engineering, resizing, and just hitting all the different collectors.
King Toys is really good at making figures. So, I mean, they're going to be nice.
Yep. So I threw this next thing in because I saw it and I just kind of laughed. So this is a company. It's called like Li Zhang Wu Ling, and they're just making this utility like micro truck that transforms. I've never even heard of this company. I thought it was funny.
That's fun. People are going to want that in Dion colors.
Yeah, it's really close to Dion. That's for I didn't even think about that.
They're going to want that in that. I kind of like it though. Like it's a nice little design, and
Yeah.
I like it when things are real trucks, real vehicles that you could have seen. So they're cool.
And they already have packaging, so I would imagine it's probably shipping soon. Now, Anna's favorite micro Legends company.
Yeah, we got more of the Magic Square swoop, right? Last time we only had the one picture, and now we have a bunch of pictures. And it just kind of shows you what they went for with their Dinobots. Like, I told people for years that Magic Square captures cartoon accuracy. And look at this guy. Look at this cartoon-looking swoop. It's so pretty.
Gorgeous. And both modes.
Look how animated his face is in Dino mode, right? Like, you can picture that talking. That is something a lot of toys don't hit.
For something that's probably, 5 inches, it's not big at all. And the amount of detail they get into these Legend scale figures, it's amazing.
Magic Square is a great third-party company. Like, they make really good figures. They're very durable, too, because they use a slightly different plastic.
And then here is the team. This is what I want in my collection. G1 animation accurate. And they've nailed it. And supposedly they're doing masterpiece scale after they finish Bruticus. And if they can make their masterpiece look like these, I will be drooling on them when we show them on air. I will have a towel next to me. And here's robot mode.
I think
Freaking fantastic.
An exodus of Fans Toys Dinobots.
Oh,
if
yeah.
those guys come out in Magic Square.
Yep. But, and some people might keep them just because they're that more toy look with the back metal and chrome.
They're really darn good. Like, the Fans Toys ones are really great. Like, they did a great job on them, but these guys will just look so much more cartoon accurate. And they're going to be a lot less painful to deal with. A lot less heavy.
Abby, drool. Take your naughtiness out of here.
Not out here.
So this is Jazz. They're doing a reissue with a slight little bit of tweaking to, I think, the torso is what I read. So did you ever pick this one up, Anna, with any of your?
I haven't had this one yet. I never got because I'm always like going back and forth. Like, what is my Jazz? I've had a lot of different Jazzes over the years, and I recently decided I think I want to go back to a Legends Jazz, and I think I'm just going to pick up this reissue to
so
get the Magic
perfect
Square one,
timing.
because I'm going to like it better.
Right.
Sometimes I get New Age stuff, and it's really impressive. But I just like I always look at it and I'm like, there's just something off about this. I don't like it as much, and then I end up getting.
Lou, this is Legend
again
scale.
with,
Yeah.
No.
Sorry,
just
Anna.
their Legends released again. Anyway, it's great.
On to
What's the
Devastator Wars. We have a. This is Dreamstar Toys. I think this is their 4th member of Devastator. So this is a masterpiece, stylized Devastator, Bone Crusher.
Really stylized. Like they stylize it up. You don't have any of these, right?
No, because I heard of the nightmare people had with their aerial bots.
Nice. Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. So there he is in arm mode. I haven't watched any reviews or heard any stories if the Dreamstar made up for what Superion lacked. But they've been churning them out. Now back onto a smaller scale. This is what is this? Galaxy Toys. They're doing they're competing with Dr. Wu. They're making mini Transformers, and this is their reflector.
Are these Dr. Wu scale? That's nice.
I think they're micro, so yeah.
That's pretty impressive if they're that small. I'll have to watch this one.
Yep. So they've done Megatron is releasing now, and this is their next one, and they're working on the Seekers as well.
Because New Age made a great reflector, right? Like their toy accurate reflector is just like is one of my favorite pieces in my collection. Mostly nostalgia based, but it's really great. But this looks competitive.
Yeah.
And tiny.
And you know, if some of you guys are new into Transformers collecting, these micro scale, the Legend scale are great because they don't take up a whole lot of shelf space. At least with the Magic Square, they are very, very good products if you want to start getting into that stuff. And then we have back to more Devastator Wars. We have a teaser of X-Transbot's packaging for their Bone Crusher. Theirs is more animated, accurate design. If you guys recall when we did the BotCon, some of the BotCon slides from a few weeks back, they had prototype of that Bone Crusher, so it's going to be shipping soon. And they just released Scavenger, so they are pumping these guys out. They might get their Devastator out before Fans Toys. And on to more X-Trans bots. This is their 3rd member of the I can't. It's just I had a blank. The Omnibots. This is Camshaft. So you can kind of see this in prototype mode. Remember, kids, it's not real third-party company until they do Devastator. You're 100% right, Zaldron. It's a rite of passage. Also, this one I am excited to see. This is an update on Star Toys' tracks. I enjoy the masterpiece, but what they're doing here, I mean, blows it out.
It really does. That masterpiece has not aged well. It's so hollow in so many places. I just have road rage because I had to get her.
I almost wish I had a soundtrack to be loud and like a pedal to push down on.
Nice.
Wow.
But yeah, it looks really good. That was really animation accurate tracks.
Definitely going to replace my KO tracks, my Takara KO. Yeah, you know what, Zoldron? They do need to scale it down for mainline. That poor mainline was not as.
Track sucked. It was not good. Yep. I had it for like 3 days.
So I guess we could say this is the heart of the show tonight and everybody else. There was this little convention that happened this weekend, or actually this week. It was San Diego Comic-Con, and Transformers had a decent presence there.
And we talked cons a while back with TFCon, but this is a different kind of creature. TFCon is a fan convention where fans put it on and make all the programming and invite voice actors and whatnot and do their best to make a nice con. And this is inviting all the different industry people to come to a big event where Transformers is just one of the many things there, and they actually get the team out there. So we had Evan and Mark and the other guy were there, and they were...
Nate,
sure. And they were there doing their Transformers advertising. I don't warm up to new people fast. He's new.
We had somebody from Figure Fight Club representing at SDCC. He was rubbing elbows with some of those corporate types.
Great.
All right, so the first thing I'm showing was
That's not Transformers. Jeez, what's
but
going
it kind of
on
is.
It is.
Yeah. Anybody in the
giving
chat?
each other hugs.
You guys in the chat, who's down for some Motu Transformer crossovers?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, Masters of the Universe is crossed over with everything, and they just make Masters of the Universe figures wearing those characters. So here we've got Skeletor and Man-at-Arms wearing Megatron and Bumblebee.
Yeah. I know.
For us. They're not for the Transformers fans.
Right. So that was one of the things was brought up in the Discord chat. I keep bringing up TFYLP Discord. I should just link it in the chat, and anybody wants to join, they can join. But one of the members mentioned it would make more sense if Megatron was Bludgeon. And you have a point. Bludgeon looks the part of Skeletor. But the problem is, me, Anna, anybody that's in a Transformers Discord know who Bludgeon is. Most Motu fans that would probably buy this don't know who Bludgeon is.
Yep.
They need the top 5, top 10 characters to do crossovers with. That's why you always see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Starscream, Soundwave, Megatron, sometimes Devastator, and I don't know, maybe one more Autobot, maybe Grimlock, or like your top.
I mean, a good example of this is there is a B guy from Masters of the Universe, right? His name's like Buzz-Off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would be perfect for Bumblebee.
Instead, but wouldn't you rather have Man-at-Arms, a character you actually know and recognize and know what he's like and what he does? Right.
But, I mean, I agree, but I know why.
Right, exactly. Okay, I'm going to start talking loud over this one. Here's the big one from the con, in my opinion, is surprise. Not only are they doing the Star Saber from Armada, the mini-con Saber team, but they're putting it in a 2-pack with a single episode reference, Nemesis Prime from Armada. It is a weird way to release it. And Taylor's going to tell you in a minute that it's also going to first be in a convention exclusive at a bunch of conventions before it actually comes out for general release as well. So it's going to even be a little tricky to get a hold of. But Hasbro has done 2 mini-cons so far from Armada, and they have both been
exclusives.
Badass. They have both been so good. Well, yeah, they've also been exclusives, but they've both been so high quality, like really good continuations of mini-cons, right? Like way better than the Micromasters were. So these guys are probably going to be amazing. They look better than Fans Hobby Star Saber did, and they look like they're going to be really good. They showed them beside the original. They look like a really good upgrade. But you're going to have to buy this Nemesis to get them in a 2-pack here.
So I'll explain. Yeah, I'll explain how the pain in the butt it's going to get these. But TNT, I get it. And Avi, of all the Motu characters you could come up with, it's Fisto. Come on, dude, do better. And then I agree with you, Zaldron. Ironhide and your brain. That's what he tells you. Ironhide would have been the perfect Man-at-Arms combo. So back to this exclusive. So what was it? I think it was Thursday. Hasbro did a breakfast. invited people, and they showed off their fall convention exclusive. So that's what this is, along with Pythona. I had to mention Pythona because that figure looks flipping amazing. Some Star Wars thing, and by fall exclusive, there's 3 conventions. There is NYCC, there is MCM London, and then I forget the third one, but it's in Italy. So once those conventions are finished, then all the stuff will go up on Pulse. All those conventions are around October, November. So you're going to have to wait till like October or November before you're even going to get a chance to purchase this online, unless you know people that are going to the conventions. Abby, don't be telling people that, because I want the hookup. Yes, Abby will be at NYCC as well. So start spamming his DMs.
So this is a set that a lot of us are going to really want. A lot of us being me. Like, I really want this set. I don't want the Nemesis. Like, it's not. I'm not.
So one of the things I brought up was price. This is what, $75? Is this a fair price for this? What's in this box?
What
in your
do you mean
opinion?
by fair? Does it match with Hasbro's current pricing scheme? It absolutely does. It's a Voyager and 3 core classes, which core classes discontinued, but if they continued going, they'd be about $13 by now. So it adds up pretty much perfectly to be the right price between a Voyager and 3 cores. And yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, you're getting the Armada Prime mold without the trailer. No, he did not go super mode in the cartoon. He has the trailer in the animation for a second, but he does not go super mode. So it totally makes sense for it just to be the cab, but you're getting a downgraded version of a really good figure. And if you're like me and you didn't get that Armada Prime for mysterious reasons, like, I would really like to have the whole thing. Yep. I would rather pay a little more and have gotten the whole thing than getting this downgraded cab by itself.
And didn't they do a really cool head design for this as well?
It is, yeah. It's that melty, gross head that he has in the cartoon.
And then how many times was the Star Saber repainted originally? So they're going to get their use out of it, right?
See, I just don't know. Because both the mini-cons that have come out so far came out one time and disappeared. Yeah. So is that what's going to happen with the Star Saber too? They did say the Star Saber would have another release by itself eventually. But the way they said it to me smelled like, you're going to be waited for a while, buddy. You better get this one.
I thought in one of the leak lists there was like a mini-con pack. Like a Pulse exclusive mini-con pack.
Could be different mini-cons. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or it could literally be this, because it is a mini-con pack.
Oh, I had another slide of this. See? There's more pictures. There's more of your product image or... Yeah.
Look how good those mini-cons look. Look at them. They're articulated. Oh, they look so good. So good.
So look for this to pop up on Pulse in the fall or any fall Comic Cons.
You look to stress yourself out trying to get it.
So this slide is something that was revealed on the Hasbro panel. What was it? Friday they did panels? Friday? Yeah. So they're bringing fan vote back. And what one was the last fan vote? Was that Victorion?
It was Victorion.
So from Combiner Wars. So it's been almost 8 years.
A long time.
Yep. So you can see there's going to be multiple rounds. Looks like the first round you're voting on character, second round you're voting on alt mode, and third round you're voting on alt mode type. Category, then type. So look for... I'm sure we'll be talking about this later on when this goes up on August 12th. Or unless that's the deadline. Maybe that's when it goes up. But so the first part of the panel... they went over the Age of the Primes, the next wave of Age of the Primes. Oh, Zaldron said it was Triptychon. Then some G1 reissues. So I would say on this slide, I'm probably the most excited with Quick Strike, just because, I don't know, just the Fuse Wars, the Beast Wars. I mean, we're getting plenty of combiners. It's cool that they brought this guy out.
It is cool to have Quick Strike coming because we just talked about a new Quick Strike toy last week, right? A third party one. We have a few third party options. The original's pretty pricey. This is cool. It's not amazing. It doesn't make me like super excited, but it looks like it does the job. Right. What really stands out though is if you listen to the panels, like Mark, one of the big designers on Transformers, is so excited about freaking Junkie on Jalopy. And that toy is so dull, right? It's like, oh, it's just a figure. It's just Axel Grease in orange with a different head. Oh boy.
What they were touting was that it was the Junkie on like Wreck-Gar colors, basically.
Yes,
right.
Because it can go with your Junksaurus or whatever your Junkie on combiner mess that you can make. It can go with that. Yeah, it's cool, but I mean, it's a figure that's already out repainted. It's all right. But Blast Off is exciting.
Right. It's not a jet. It's a space shuttle like he's supposed to be.
And the next page has his friend, Brawl, too.
Yep.
They're coming. They're exciting. The Commaticons are looking real good.
Right.
Really looking forward to it. But they're going to be on a skeleton, right? They're going to be a skeleton like this. So prepare yourself.
Not so fast. Wait till we get to one of the other slides. You can't see it as much here. I think on one of the later slides you can kind of see it.
Okay. Sure shot. Talk about how Target Master. I love Target Masters.
Yep. That'll complete our Autobot Target Masters, which I think they need to redo Crosshairs. But
I can't quite reach mine. It's right over there, but it's not going to look as good as these two. Or it's not going to look as accurate as these two. I think the Crosshairs is really, really good, right? But it's a Siege Time.
Right, that was the best version of that mold, in my opinion. The deco looked a lot better. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
This Wreck-Gar?
Oh, disappointment. Okay, so that's okay. His face looks weird. His face.
It's the Trash Master.
Right.
Yes,
but
his face looks like G1 Wreck-Gar. It doesn't look like animated Wreck-Gar. He's just a mess.
What? I think we even talked about. I think when this Trash Master first came out, we even talked about it's going to be retooled into Wreck-Gar.
But I expected it to be more retooled. You know, they called it a partial in the panel. They said that it was retooled. It's not retooled enough to actually look like animated Wreck-Gar, though. Doesn't really look like him, and it's a bummer. I think that's a big disappointment. Get yourself an original animated Wreck-Gar. That toy's a treasure. So it's really good.
I think the Quintus Prime is the most is the unique on this slide, and probably the one I'm most looking forward to.
Quintus and the other Prime that we're about to see make me actually want to collect the 13 Primes.
You mean Big Convoy?
Look at Amalgamus there. Look at Amalgamus. That is the goofiest looking thing ever. That thing is a weaponizer.
Yep.
It has they were talking they've come up with 5 different alt modes for it. And people are going to make up more alt modes for it. It's just a mess of a figure, and it looks like a great time. Yep. For someone who likes to play with their figures, that looks like a great time.
Yeah, and as predicted, there was one of the next commanders is going to be Onslaught, so you can finish your combiner Bruticus. And now we are, this Big Convoy. I'm kind of excited for it.
You ever had the original?
No.
It is such a good toy. The original Big Convoy is such an amazing toy. I have a feeling this one's going to somehow be smaller than the original.
Yeah.
But, which is sad because his name is Big, right? Haha. But it looks good. It looks really good, right? It looks like it's probably less of a shell former than the original, but probably doesn't quite have that commanding presence the original does.
Yeah.
The original toy takes over a shelf.
And people were wondering if the DNA, his big gun, was going to be compatible with this version of him.
I don't know. We'll see.
And then we got the Razor Claw, the repaint of yeah. So here's some of the images of the Age of the Prime stuff in the case, so you can kind of get some more look at Amalgamous. Oh, I can't even say it.
Amalgamous.
Prime.
And Quintus, they're fun. And look at
All
that
right.
fun big convoy going pew pew.
Yep. So you can't. I wish I remember who shared it. So somebody took the picture of Brawl and put it next to the picture of Scrapper, the Studio Series 86 Scrapper, and there was a lot of engineering that was the same. So I'm wondering if Brawl and Swindle won't attach
Voyagers.
and won't attach to the leg like Superion and Minosaur are doing.
Yeah, because you could, there would still be quite a bit of skeleton that came with Onslaught if you didn't have these lower legs, right?
Right,
you'd still have a pretty big Onslaught.
Yep.
And they always say guns increase prices, and Onslaught has some massive guns on them.
Yep.
So you could do that. I would love it, because we know that they'll have to do skeleton for Vortex, right? Because Vortex splits up and it's compatible with Superion.
So my thought is the upper body, the thighs, will all be a piece, and then they'll plug into the thigh, but not plug onto the thigh and the shin.
That they'll actually be a little more integrated.
Yeah.
Because the sad thing about this and Minosaur is that you really don't need the leg bots, right? They're not necessary. You just need to have something that pushes this button, closes this up, and he has a leg.
Right. And at the same time, it's kind of nice because you can have Superion this early.
Yes, I pretty much have Superion beside me by buying one figure.
Right. So here's more of the case. So this is some of the Studio Series stuff and some of the Age of the Prime stuff, and you can kind of see a tease what we're going to be seeing on the next slides for the 2026 Studio Series stuff. So
that's one of the big stories is that Thundercracker.
Yep.
People are really
and the
excited.
More
New mold,
and the more
right? They're not just using the Earthrise.
Right. And the more I see it, the more I see that masterpiece. So dub mini masterpiece.
I think
the legs.
The chest is not going to be as good, but I think it is going to be very close. From certain angles, you're going to be able to see that masterpiece.
Yep.
And then angles, though, look at the angles on Windcharger.
Right. It definitely looks like the Legends figure a little bit, just upgraded, kind of upgraded.
No, downgraded. It's more hollow. That thing is. People have been waiting so long for a new Windcharger, and that figure is that's not going to make you happy.
Well, just wait till you get the dead one in the 4-pack.
So Magic Square made a Windcharger. He's a little too big for Legends. Just get him, put him with your Studio Series 86 stuff. He'll pretend he fits. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
The Windcharger looks great.
I'm interested to see more of the Arachnid.
Me too. It's, I was talking to someone about it. Arachnid's just a really hard character to do because she was so amorphous in the movie. She did not keep a single form for very long. Her legs morphed as she moved. So that form you see there is a compromise. Looks neat. I'll get it. But it's a compromise.
And the repaint none of us asked for, but we knew would happen. And part of it is it's going to go with the next character.
I'm not Nemesis Prime, and that had to be the most disappointing plot tool in a movie that I've watched in a long time, where it's like the Nemesis Prime gimmick was he said it once, and it was like, okay, over.
Because he didn't look like Nemesis Prime. He just had
he just said, I'm Nemesis Prime.
Paint on his face.
He had a mean face. And Molly said, stop being mean. And he said, no longer Nemesis Prime. Anyway, Grimlock.
Yep. So
Titan scale, huh?
He's a big boy. So one of the things... one of the things that Evan mentioned after the panel, they are still teasing the idea or tooling with the idea of it being called Titan Scale, because they're not 100% sure where they're going with Titan Scale anymore. So it might be changed, and it might not be called Titan Scale. They might come up with an all-new scale for these Dinobots, because they're doing all 4.
And that means that it might not quite cost the 150 that the Star Convoy did.
Right.
Right. I'm assuming it will. Just looking at the size and complexity and like how super high quality this thing looks. Like if you watch the panel where he moves it around, like this thing is really, really nice. And the original leader class of the Grimlock was already good, but this is really cool.
And if you remember Age of Extinction, Optimus rode Grimlock, and that's kind of another reason why they're putting that Nemesis Prime in, just because it's going to be an easier Optimus Prime to get at the same time as this to be able to ride Grimlock.
Supreme Commander, XL Commander.
And then here's just prototype images of the Studio Series stuff. But was there anything else you wanted to say about the Grimlock, Anna, before I moved on?
Oh, it was, but I immediately forgot it. It looks really good. Oh, they said they're gonna do all 4 Dinobots.
Yeah.
At the scale. Now, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like when they did Studio Series Movie Devastator, I was surprised that they were doing a Bayverse character that when you add it all together cost that much money. I'm surprised they're brave enough to do 4 Titan figures of Bayverse characters that between all of them got like 2 lines across both movies they were in.
Well, and the other thing is, when the movie that came afterwards, they were all little bitty. What happened to them?
No, so there were also babies. Those babies were different. The Dinobots got 1 real scene in movie 5. And that was about it. Like they really didn't get much. They were there, but they really didn't get much of a scene. They're not that important, unfortunately. Like as cool as the designs are, all 4 of them are neat. Especially Grimlock. They're just not that important of characters. So I don't know. It's like everybody always talks about. Also, something you may have overheard if you listen to the panels, they mentioned, or something recently was mentioned that, Mark Mayer, who works for Hasbro, one of the guys in those pictures, the guy with the beard, he has said that he wants to do Broadside as a very large character, right? He wants to make a very big Broadside toy. Broadside is a nobody. That is such a risk, right? To make a G1 character who has almost no representation in the literature, is what I almost said, in the fiction. As a big old toy is risky.
We could put stickers on it to make it look like the flag.
I know, and that would be cool.
Yeah. And these are Dinobots. I mean, even if they are Transformers Age of Extinction Dinobots, they still have that name Dinobot associated with them, and typically Dinobots sell well.
People like dinosaurs. It's true.
But here's some more pictures of the more prototype images of the stuff that was revealed. These are courtesy of TFW 2005. As you can see, the watermark on them.
Oh yeah, you can. You guys went.
Yep. And then one of the things that wasn't on that image was he has his magnetic power. So he's getting a blast effect.
That same slot can be used for his death blast effect when they make Deadwind Charger.
Yep.
Next year. Have fun.
But here is the this is what I think caught everybody's attention, is this Thundercracker. And the more and more I look at it, yeah, they are ripping right off of that. Not ripping off, but mimicking that MP. Like the legs, that's what gets me.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the barricade figure at all, but Zeltron just said my last night barricade looks better. And yeah, that barricade is not looking impressive.
Was the last night barricade, did they use the original one from the 2007 movie and just kind of tweak it a little bit? because I have the
I don't think
2007
so.
barricade still.
I think they rebuilt it. I don't remember exactly.
But one of our friends wants this exact prototype version.
It's fun colors.
Want. Yeah, she doesn't want the Thundercracker. She wants these colors.
It's fun colors. It's neat. I want to own one of that.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to own all three of them, but one of them will be fine.
I probably, if I get one, it'd be Skywarp.
Skywarp's always the one to get standalone.
Black
Colors,
and purple.
pretty. Yep.
So that's all for the slice. We actually burned through that quicker than I thought.
Wow, we did. Yeah, because we were like, we can't really have a topic tonight because we're just gonna go on about SDCC the entire time. And look at us. Here we are.
So Abby did put a poll in the chat. So we the question was, who had the better convention, SDCC 2025 or HCG 2025? Any guess where it could be at right now, Anna? Have you cheated and looked to see what it is?
Yes, people just no. I didn't even see that the poll went up. I'm just gonna say people voted for SDCC because they knew what it was better.
Yep. Yeah, it's winning 67 to 33%.
Oh well, at least it's close. At least it's close.
Not too bad for a convention nobody knew about.
I think the convention nobody knew about did a great job of displaying their figures. I don't think that the Hasbro guys who usually go to the cons do a great job of displaying the figures to make them look good. They don't usually bring dioramas or anything to make them look fancy. They usually just kind of put them on a shelf, like most collectors do.
Right.
Just
well,
put them on a shelf and it stands there.
So in their defense, a lot of the stuff isn't in the shelf at the beginning of the show. They add it after they do their panels.
It's true.
And when they're doing that,
they're showing off prototypes and stuff, right? The other show was showing off made figures that they get customized and stuff.
Yeah, the only prototypes that was at the Hong Kong show was the Takara stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, which is really exciting. The Takara stuff again, right? Like we didn't really mention the Missing Link, Bumblebee, and Cliffjumper were shown there in our picture, but gosh, like those look so much better with the animation style colors than they did with the original colors. Like I just think it really brings them to life a little better. One trick of Missing Link is you got to figure out how to bring it to life because those figures don't really look alive, those G1 figures. So I really think that kind of bridges that gap there. It makes it cooler.
So, Anna, have you ever been to SDCC or would you ever want to go? I
think I would enjoy going. I just heard how expensive tickets could get from our friend Abby a little bit ago. And yeah, that's intimidating, that price. But I think I would enjoy it. I've been to like some Wizard World type events, more Comic-Con type industry cons. And I don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy fan cons. I like fan cons better. I like goofy fan paneling. Like a 45-minute panel on which Transformer has the most interesting butt is more interesting to me than listening to a voice actor talk about a role they did 30 years ago.
Yeah.
In most cases. I will say that the Gundam Wing panel that I watched earlier today was amazing since I'm really into that show.
So question, you're 6 episodes in, you've done other YouTube shows. That's press-like. What if you went for a press pass, could get a press pass, and go like that, where the cost wouldn't be as high? Yeah.
You just sneak around a little, right? Like, and I've seen people pull it off before.
Yeah.
Using podcasts to get press passes before, and like that'd be an enjoyable experience because the years I've done TFCon, when I've gotten a vendor badge and I've used that vendor badge to just kind of walk around and do whatever I want, it kind of makes it fun just to be able to be, a little sneaky, going in and out of all the you just kind of go in places. You're like, I got the badge. And sometimes you get into places you're not supposed to even. Just 'cause
Right.
your badge is one level higher than standard. So yeah, I would enjoy the press thing. That would probably be fun to do. I could probably do that multiple times. But
Yep.
yeah, as far as the travel goes, it's harder to travel for these big cons.
Yep. Well, and then, you know, I mean, the expense for the hotel and all the other stuff is going to be, if not more than what it costs to get in.
Yes, and yeah, there's a lot to traveling for these conventions.
Yep.
But I think it would be really fun. It'd be really fun to see the stuff first. I think the excitement of these kind of cons, like I'm a big video game person, and before the modern internet age, there was this thing called E3, right? That video gaming would just like, you know, we would be so hyped for E3 to hear all the
Right.
announcements and all the videos and all the big stuff. And modern speed of communication and leaks and internet kind of killed E3. And I think other than getting to meet all the celebrities, a lot of what's really cool about these kind of cons is kind of dead too, right? Because
Yeah.
I could have watched the panel at the same time.
I think
at
part of
home.
E3's demise was they made it to the public. If it was more of a private event still,
Yep.
it probably could have thrived. But it wasn't a
Yeah,
trade show
things have
anymore.
pivoted.
It was a convention basically.
Things have pivoted, right? Like a lot of game reveals come up at like the Game Awards now, which is like an online show you can go watch and whatever, and it's fun, but you don't
Yep.
have to actually go to it to get the information, so it's fine. And I think we've seen kind of a similar thing with Hasbro Pulse doing all these little shows throughout the year. You know, they give us these little 15-minute shows, and those 15-minute shows let us see a lot of what we would normally see at a con. We don't really
Yep.
have to go. We just sit on our butts on our couch.
Yeah, and
We
it's
even
great
fast
because
forward past the parts we don't want.
it brought us in like in the office with the designers, so we kind of got to see who was making our toys.
Something we didn't talk about from SDCC that neither of us know as much about as we wish we did was the Skybound people.
Right.
Did some panels. They did talk about the future. That rumored Skybound Energon Universe cartoon was not heard from once.
Right.
So it's really sounded like that was a straight up rumor.
So Kirkman was asked, and he couldn't talk about it. So in one of the panels we don't have video of, Chad, who was in the chat earlier, he was in that panel, and somebody did ask Kirkman about it, and he couldn't talk about it.
Okay, gotcha. So maybe there's something to it still.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's all nonsense. Who knows? But
Well,
we don't
and a
know
lot
much.
of time, those Hollywood reporters, those dirt sheets pick up stuff, you know, as things are being kicked around. And
Yeah, I remember just a few weeks ago, people were talking about, oh yeah, we're getting 4 Transformers movies. And I was like, no, there are 4 pitches for Transformers movies,
right.
possibly none of which will happen. All of which will happen is very unlikely. None of which happen.
Oh.
Not so bad.
Abby, Kirkman said he was too busy, or was this a comment for something else?
No, that sounds right. That he would have said, I'm too busy with other stuff to manage a cartoon
Right.
too. I think that makes
Because
sense.
he's writing Void Rivals, he's writing Transformers in a few months. He could fit time to write an animated series. That's what you get a writer's room for. Well, and the other thing is maybe they want to get another year or two under their belt in the comic book before they start making a television show.
And they did do like a little fancy promo for the next year of the comics, talking about how it's all war, which is all the stories have been anyway. It's all war, but anyway, like it's going to be the year of wars in the next chapter of the stories, and that's exciting and all. Like the Energon universe is a very violent, gritty, action movie style universe for Transformers. So sounds like par for the course, and it's going to just keep going like it was.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I need to get caught up because I think I'm on issue 15 or 16. Because I would like to do an episode of Decepticast about the Energon universe and the comic series.
The two of us are going to catch up, and then we're going to talk about it one night. It's going to happen. It's going to take us a minute because neither of us are caught up right now.
Right.
And I have no interest in reading the G.I. Joe, but I'm going to do it. I don't like their approach to G.I. Joe at all. I'm not.
Really?
I'm not for it. No, it's... For me, G.I. Joe's a comedy. Like, I want my original G.I. Joe series back. I want it to be funny and silly.
You were the age of Sunbow, like I was.
Yeah, no, I was a little kid. I wasn't reading the gritty comics that were G.I. Joe. I was watching the very funny cartoon, and that is still humorous today. That's what I want for a G.I. Joe revival. The toys are neat. Classified is really cool, but I don't need a gritty. I don't need a gritty comic or gritty movies.
That's what's funny with the Joe fans, how decisive they are. If you were a certain age, depending on if the Sunbow cartoon was your lore or the comic books was your lore. And Transformers, I don't think Transformers fans are really like that as much, are they? With the comic books?
The comics just a lot more obscure.
Yeah.
I feel like the comic fans are just a lot less common. Like, I feel like everybody was won over by the cartoon in the case of Transformers.
Yeah, maybe part of it was the voice acting and some of the character work in the cartoon, at least with Transformers. I mean, you go back and look at some of those 80s stuff, and a lot of it doesn't hold up. But I think the 86 movie was a shining light when it comes to anything 80s animated for Transformers.
It was, and as much as we always mock the animation errors and problems, the actual animation quality of the Transformers cartoon, the G1 cartoon, was actually really high. Like, it was a really good looking cartoon for that period. Like, it had really good colors and really good drawings and really good line art and everything. Yeah, there were a bunch of animation errors, and you can take out a single frame and it looks terrible, but it was a good looking cartoon. And it was exciting, it was new, it was different. So it was Japanese in the way it was produced. So it had its reason for being so hot. And yeah, one of our chat members said that 100% Transformers comic fans are pretty rare.
Right.
They're out there, but most of the time they've also watched the cartoon, right? Like, they've read the comics and they're like, yeah, but I get it that the cartoon's the real G1 lore.
Yeah.
And I think that's a thing, right? Like, the lore for the Transformers Marvel comics is so different than the cartoon.
Yep. Well, it's like even some characters aren't even the same size, or they're different. They have different positions. Like, one of the first ones that comes to my mind is like Fork Max and Scorponok. They were regular sized Transformers, where in the cartoon they were the size of cities.
And the whole feel of the Transformers is different, right? Like, they were just like people who were friends with humanity in the cartoon, and in the comic books they were much more alien. They were much more like, we're not like you. We don't process death the way you do. And, always a reminder they're alien and strange until later.
So one thing I want to ask before, we head out of here, so what's everybody looking forward to from these reveals that we've seen from SDCC and HCGHK?
Oh yeah, tell us what your favorite reveal was for tonight. What your favorite piece of Comic-Con event convention news was.
I'm not sure what my favorite reveal was, but the one that surprised me most was that Motu crossover. I have no need or want to buy that, but it is just, that came out of nowhere for me.
Masters of the Universe is crossed over with everything, so I don't think it surprised me. I think I kind of expected it. I think I might have expected it to be a little bit more Transformers centric and actually be transforming figures, but gosh, what was my favorite? My favorite is the one I love to hate. It's Star Saber. Like, I'm really excited for the Star Saber. I'm really excited for the Saber team, but I'm not excited for how I have to get it. I don't want to have to go through an exclusive channel, and I don't want to have to get that Armada Prime or the Nemesis. The
term that is called is a hostage pack.
I do not want to have to buy the hostage pack. You're absolutely right. That is a pain in the butt. I want that figure though. Like I really want the Star Saber. That 3-pack is so cool to me.
You know,
the mini cons were the best thing in Armada.
Oh, Max is excited for Kirkman to change his damn mind. So Menhoza wants the BG stuff, especially the Viper. And Lou, not Stu, or Stu Too Bad, is into the Thundercracker and Combaticons. Yeah, mostly mainline. You don't like the idea of buying all the Seekers again? Well, that's the good thing. If you have all the Earthrise Seekers, you might not even want to buy them. Or you could just try Thundercracker out if you like it.
Sometimes doesn't usually do weird stuff, so they'll just do for 3. They probably won't be doing Red Wing, and
sometimes they hold the value too. That's one thing that's good about Transformers. A lot of times you don't lose out on the resale value. Not every time, but I did pretty good with when I sold my collection.
That is the unique thing about Transformers, like compared to other toy lines.
Zeldron is all in for Studio Series 86. I don't know. If anything, the Grimlock kind of has my eye. I don't know if I'll get the Grimlock or not. We'll have to see what the price point is.
Big old Grimlock, huh?
Yeah. Because I do dabble in movie masterpiece stuff, so I'm kind of curious how that would look next to a masterpiece figure.
Probably pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Like how good it's looking in the preview pictures. I will say, like, off of what Zeldron just said about, I'm all in. I have never been able to be all in for any line that Hasbro has produced because they always have stinkers in every line. Like that wind charger genuinely looks terrible. Like it just does not look good. There are so many good things in Studio Series 86. So many good figures. But there are some of them I just cannot tolerate. Like Blur, right?
Yeah.
The Blur they made, that thing was terrible. He just has these giant chunks on his arms. They could have designed around that. So I just can't be all in on any line.
This Blur.
Look at that. He's right there. He's right there. He's good for standing like that, just straight up and down.
This was my representation of my masterpiece Blur till I finally got Fans Toys. But yeah, you're right. And there was a third-party company that did like a face sculpt for him. But
nice. Oh yeah, that face was also pretty bad on that one.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for Bruticus too, Fig Fan Samurai. I'm really excited for Bruticus. I think it's gonna be neat.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do differently if they actually do it different than the first 2 5-team combiners or Scramble City combiners.
That's a good point, Lou. Like when you have a line that is otherwise very good, like I said when Studio Series 86 Optimus came out, there were certain figures on my shelf when he stood beside them, he killed them. Right? That toy just died the moment he stood beside it because it was just like, oh god, why is there garbage beside you, Optimus? I'm sorry. He puts this aside.
Yep. And then things were out of scale.
By the Dinobots, and he's great. Like it's like, ooh, pretty toy by pretty toy, it's good. But when he stands by that Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, which is trash, really don't like that toy. Ruins it.
Zeldron, I mean, we haven't even got a complete G2 Minosaur. You're not going to see a Baldigus till like 2030.
I don't want them to try any more combiner repaints because I'll be the sucker trying to get them and collect them over the course of how many years have I been buying G2? It's
that commander part of it is what's slowing it down because they can only throw so many commanders in. It's like it felt like we got that Triptychon last year. It's like, or this year. Why aren't we doing more Gen Selects? Let's knock some of these repaints of these commanders out because we're gonna buy them, especially to complete that G2 Minosaur.
Yeah, really want it. Why? Because Bruticus really is beautiful.
Yeah, I want to see more of it. That's for sure. But oh, you know what? The other thing I was going to ask, you're planning on getting that Jetfire Void Rival set, right? We didn't show anything about it because we knew about it. Well, we
Known
knew
about
it was coming. Yeah. So a lot of stuff is going on pre-order or for sale August 1st. They haven't posted that set yet, but I would assume since all the other exclusives are going up August 1st, so will that one.
Yeah, I hope to get it. It's gonna be tough because it's gonna give me an extra Jetfire, and Jetfire is not a particularly high value figure because he's been released so heavily.
Right.
But I'm gonna have to get rid of one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, what I could do the blasphemous thing. I could rip the head off the new one and put it on the old one and stuff. Because the old one's missing, or the new one is missing certain paint details that the old one has. But then the new one has a much better head. So just Frankenstein it. Make it the best
you can
one
do
I
that.
can. And then sell the poop one as a custom at a convention. Be like, this is a one of a kind, guys.
Right.
I would never do that. It would be so evil.
Well, Abby's all for it. He says kit bash it.
Kit bashing is pretty fun.
It's better than repacking, throwing it back in the package.
Well, yeah.
And returning it to
definitely
Target.
better than that.
So, well, we made it to the hour and a half mark. We got through our slideshow quicker than I thought we would. So I think we should start winding it down. Anna, do you have any socials yet to promote?
Still haven't made any yet. Nothing to promote. Just me and a dog here. That's all I got. Me and Lilith. But I will ask something of the crowd though. Tell us what you like for length of the show. Right? We're learning what length we like. It's pretty late for me when we go pretty late, but I don't mind going longer. People end up saying like, I want 2-hour shows. That's fine. If you like a 1 hour and 15-minute show, let us know. If you like a 1 hour show, if you'd rather we talked for 5 minutes and left, keep it to yourself. That ain't happening. But
Maximilian Tucker,
like.
6 hours.
Yeah, Max, I kind of feel the same with the 5-minute comment. You can keep that to yourself. The 6 hours.
I don't have enough. I don't think I could make it 6 hours.
I can talk about Transformers for 6 hours, but I don't want to.
We did it one time with Figure Fight Club. We were up for like 7 hours and 45 minutes. I think it was like one of our oh god, I can't even think, like one of our Tuesday shows where we open mic, where we was just letting people in, and we had like, I don't know, 60 viewers, and I kept telling Abby, we got 60 viewers, we can't leave, and then I was the first one that kind of like dozed off and my head hit the mic. But that was like, that was the special Friday open mic night. Yeah, that was a fun night. But like I said, we're winding down. So Zaldron said 1.5 to 2 hours is good. I like to at least get an hour and a half, hour and 15, something in that. Unless we're doing something like, we want people to come and confess their sins of the blockies. I know we got more sinners out there. We might have to bless eventually down the road. We got to revisit that. But Matt with 2 T's, thanks for joining late. Better late than never. You'd always catch the replay. But yeah, World Keeper agrees with Zaldar. 1.5 to 2 hours is kind of like the ideal time. And it's late for you, but it's even an hour later for me. At least you've moved back your time zone a little bit. So
I have recently updated my time zone back to the right one, so sure.
Yeah. Oh, see, Max would agree with you. Max calls the central time zone the Lord's time zone.
It's why it's in central.
Yeah.
In the middle. Center is important.
So I got a few things to pump. So first off, I'll start with my channel. I'm at Talib1980_collects. I have a YouTube channel. I do reviews twice a week, Tuesdays, Transformer Tuesdays, and Fridays, Action Figure Fridays. I've been going live on Sundays, doing blocky model kit builds. That's usually around 7 p.m. I'm also part of the Figure Fight Club, if you didn't already know, because we're on Figure Fight Club right now. Every Monday, we're going to be doing Decepticast at 10:15. Tuesday nights on Figure Fight Club is the open mic night. Anybody can join. You can come. We'll have the link in the chat. Anybody can come join the discussion. You can show off your toys. We can get into arguments about toys, whatever. Just, don't be a jerk. Also, Friday, we have a special guest. It'll be Travis Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood. So that'll be on at 9 p.m. Friday. Hopefully I'm going to be late to that, but I want to show up. I wouldn't mind talking to him. So leave room for me, Abby. I gotta work late. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Roll Keeper. I forgot it last week. He is out there throwing links up, and hopefully once Anna starts getting her social stuff, we can get all her stuff thrown up there as well. I've been pushing her to try to, start doing content and pumping the show.
But I got a lot of weird toys I can show off, right?
That's fine. That's what the interwebs are for. Also, one other thing, don't forget to check out Collecticon Toys. Use the FFC 10 code to get 10% off. Oh, see, I
can show off some weird toys.
That is that's that KO Dinobot, right?
Prehistory animal. This is a prehistory animal. Alright, good stuff.
But blockies suck. Wait, what are they again? Blockies. Blockies. All right, well, that is all we have for this evening. Abby, can you roll that beautiful bean footage? Good night, everybody.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.